The Greedy Merchant and the Talking Tree. Long ago, in a bustling town surrounded by green fields and noisy markets, there lived a merchant named Raghunath. He was admired by many for his success, for his warehouses were full of rice, silks, silver, and glittering gems. But those who knew him closely also whispered that his heart was never satisfied. His hunger for wealth grew larger each day, like a bottomless pot that could never be filled. His servants obeyed him, his customers respected him, and even the town elders bowed before his power. Yet at night, when the lamps were extinguished and silence covered the streets, Raghunath tossed restlessly on his bed. He would stare at the ceiling, whispering to himself, "If only I had more, double, triple, endless treasures, then I would finally be happy." At the heart of the town stood an ancient banyan tree. Its roots curled like giant snakes into the earth, and its branches spread wide, sheltering travelers, beggars, and children who played beneath its shade. The townsfolk believed it had lived for centuries and carried the wisdom of ages. They called it the wise tree. Many said it had a spirit inside, one that listened to people's hearts more than their words. One hot afternoon, when the market bells had quieted and most people rested indoors, Raghunath walked toward the banyan tree. He sat under its vast shade, fanning himself with a silk cloth, grumbling, "I have everything, yet I feel poor. Gold, jewels, lands, none of it is enough. If only I could be the richest man alive." To his astonishment, the tree shivered, and in a deep, soothing voice it spoke. "Raghunath, I have heard your restless heart for many years. If you wish for endless wealth, I can grant it. But beware, greed is a thirst that no water can quench. What I give you may not be what you truly need." The merchant's eyes gleamed. His pulse quickened. "Wise tree, I do not care about warnings. Give me more riches than anyone in the land. Make me the wealthiest man to ever walk this earth." The tree chuckled softly, its leaves swaying. "As you wish. From this day onward, whatever you touch shall turn to gold. Remember, though, every gift carries a test." Raghunath leapt with joy. On his way home, he bent down and touched a stone. Instantly, it blazed into a golden nugget. He touched a branch, pure gold. His laughter echoed through the street. "I am the richest man alive. The world will bow before me." That night, he arranged a feast with sweet rice, fruits, and roasted meat. But when he lifted a piece of bread, it hardened into solid gold in his hand. The fruit became lumps of metal, and even the water in his cup turned into molten gold. His hunger twisted into despair. Confused and trembling, he whispered, "What good is wealth if I cannot eat?" Just then his little daughter, Meera, ran toward him with open arms. "Father, don't be sad. I am here with you." She hugged him tightly, but the moment his hand brushed her, she froze into a lifeless golden statue. The hall went silent. The laughter of servants, the music of celebration, everything stopped. Raghunath stared at his daughter, shining but lifeless, and screamed in agony. The treasure he had always craved had stolen the very jewel of his life. That night, sleepless and broken, he held the golden statue and wept. His heart burned with regret. By morning he stumbled back to the banyan tree, his voice hoarse. "Wise tree, forgive me. Take back this curse. I was blind in greed. I wanted gold, but I have lost food, water, and even my child. I understand now. True wealth is not this." The tree rustled gently, as if sighing. "Raghunath, the greatest treasures are not coins or jewels. They are love, family, kindness, and peace. You sought shadows and ignored the light. Do you now see?" "Yes, wise tree," Raghunath sobbed. "I would rather be the poorest beggar, eating plain bread with my daughter, than the richest king without her smile. Please give me back what I lost." For a long while the tree said nothing. Then, as the first rays of sun touched its branches, its leaves glowed with a golden shimmer. Slowly, everything Raghunath had touched returned to normal. The bread was soft again, the water clear and cool, and most importantly, his daughter Meera sprang back to life, running into his arms. Raghunath hugged her, his tears soaking her hair. From that day, his heart truly changed. He no longer hoarded his wealth. Instead, he opened his stores to feed the poor, built shelters for orphans, and offered free meals beneath the banyan tree for travelers. People who once feared his greed now praised his kindness. And though he never again sought magical gold, he found a greater treasure, the joy of giving, the laughter of his daughter, and the peace of a contented heart. Moral of the story: greed blinds us to life's true blessings. Real wealth is not found in gold or riches, but in love, kindness, and contentment.